6 signs someone could be heading toward a mental health crisis. Number 6, increased irritability. This is when small events like spilling coffee on your shirt, a pet having an accident at home, or having to wait in traffic are starting to create big reactions. Inconveniences begin to feel like awful events, and the emotional response is much stronger than the situation warrants. Number 5 is a significant change in appetite. This is suddenly eating too much or too little. This isn't usually the cause of a problem, but a symptom of an underlying mental health issue. Number 4, sleep patterns are out of control, whether it's staying up all night, barely sleeping, or oversleeping. When sleep loses its balance, it's usually a sign that something deeper is going on. Number 3 is an overwhelming sense of hopelessness. This is when someone feels like there's no way out and that things will never get better. This sense of hopelessness can be all-consuming and a major red flag for someone's mental health. Number 2 is losing interest. This is when someone suddenly becomes numb to their surroundings. It's almost like they lost meaning or purpose in their life. And the number 1 sign that someone could be heading towards a mental health crisis is social isolation. As mental health declines, isolation increases. It's a vicious cycle. Poor mental health leads to isolation, which worsens someone's mental state, which leads to further isolation. 7 signs your mental health is getting worse. Number 1, you're getting easily annoyed at others. Small irritations are becoming major triggers in your daily interactions. Number 2, activities that used to bring you pleasure and joy no longer do. You may feel a sense of indifference or even sadness when engaging in things that used to make you happy. Number 3, you have been either undersleeping or oversleeping on most days. This means you're not getting your 7 to 9 hours of continuous sleep each night, which is going to disrupt your well-being. Number 4, you have noticed a significant increase or decrease in your appetite. This can be overeating as a way to cope or losing interest in food altogether. Both are signs of emotional distress. Number 5, you've been experiencing low energy for majority of the day on most days. This means constant tiredness and fatigue for several hours each day. Obviously, this is going to hurt your ability to function at your best. Number 6, you've been having a really hard time concentrating at home and at work. Tasks that you used to complete with ease are much harder to complete due to the persistent mental fog and distraction. And number 7, you've been isolating yourself from friends and family. This is not just to get temporary space. This is due to your desire to withdraw from social connections.
Here are 10 signs that your mental health is getting worse. Number 1, you're losing interest in the little things. Number 2, you get overwhelmed easier. Number 3, you don't feel like socializing that much anymore. Number 4, you don't have a consistent sleep schedule. Number 5, you always feel drained. Number 6, your anxiety seems to be increasing. Number 7, you feel mentally and emotionally scattered. Number 8, you can't seem to pay attention. Number 9, you might be struggling with your impulse control. And number 10, you're struggling to feel grounded.
Top 7 signs your mental health is getting worse. Number 7, you're easily annoyed with others. Well, shit, my mental health must be in the tank because let me tell you, I'm annoyed with others all the time, and it's been that way since I was a toddler. Number 6, activities that used to give you pleasure no longer do. Sometimes you get bored of things too, you know what I mean? Like sometimes you're like, why am I doing this? Number 5, undersleeping or oversleeping. This is my entire life. One day I undersleep, and then the next day I oversleep, and then the next day I undersleep again. Number 4, an increase or decrease of appetite. Number 3, low energy. And I'm like, what qualifies as low energy? Because some days I just feel like, Number 2, bad concentration, which I think all of society has bad concentration right now. I mean, everything is just the phone, the phone, the phone. If you like this list and want more about other nonsense, follow me, leave me a comment with the things that you think have made your mental health worse. Also follow my fiancée Samantha, who I've tagged. Number 1, the joys of isolating from friends and family.